We're going to do a shopping trip down to Van Style.
I just wanted to show you just how big this place actually is.
Buying way more than we need to, then attempting to drop an awning on the side of this camper van.
I live inside this van that I've converted into a camper van, and I have been living in it for over 2 years now. Now this has given me a freedom to do exactly what I want to do and live how I want to live, travelling and exploring the whole of the UK. However, after a pretty rubbish summer in the UK, I find myself thinking, do you know what, I'd rather go abroad. I want to sample that. Now I have travelled abroad all the time in my previous lives as a coach driver or a truck driver, but I've never been in my own personal vehicle. I've never been in a van. And where do I want to go? Well, if you know me, I do things by extremes. I want that once-in-a-lifetime experience. That's something to truly remember. That thing that I'm probably never going to get to do again. I want to go to Norway. What does that stuff entail? The van needs to be modified. I'm going to need some money. Seems a little bit meta, doesn't it? I mean, it's been chucking it down all summer, all through the UK, all through Scotland, England, Wales, to the point where the Lake District is now classified as a rainforest. And I want to escape all that by going to Norway. But it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The snow, the mountain passes, the Lofoten Islands, the whales, the wildlife, the roads, the park-ups. I cannot wait. It's something that I've been looking at for a while. Just loosely. After this summer, no, it's happening now. However, I need to do some stuff first. I'm going to need some experience driving abroad. But the most important thing, research. I need a lot of research. I started this journey 2 months ago by, instead of just working as and when I needed to, now I'm working full time. I'm going to get a lot of money together. I don't want to get all the way to Norway 3 weeks into that adventure and run out of money, or see something where I'm like, oh, I'd love to do that, just randomly on the side of the road, a whale watching boat tour or something like that, and go, oh, I can't afford it. I want that money in the bank account. This is a once in a lifetime experience. I'm going to work hard, get that money together. However, I've got a little bit of that money together. Now the van modification starts. I'll be pretty honest with you. Some of the stuff that I've got on order isn't really for Norway, but I'm just using Norway as an excuse. Got a bit of money now, I can get something that I've always wanted for the van. I made myself a bit of an order with Van Style. They're the largest van styling company, but they've just opened up their new leisure range, which has helped me out great with this. I was lucky enough to meet the guys at Van Style down at Dubbed Out Festival while I was down there, having a whale of a time. Oh yes, the van looks cool, doesn't it? If you've not already, subscribe. I drank far too much that weekend, but that's when they were telling me about their new leisure range that they're going to be launching soon. It's now launched. I've made my order. Class this as part 1 of the Norway adventure, because we're going to finish here on this park up and then head down towards Van Style, and he's going to give us a guided tour around their facility. When in reality, there's quite a bit of traffic I've got to go through to get there. You know what? I'm really quite looking forward to this. It's not often you get to go around an online store like this. So let's go. We have got some side styling to pick up. That's something mainly to help Danielle get in and out of the van. Now I've got the bigger wheels on the van, it's lifted it a little bit. That's going to help that out. I've got a fancy little thing that I saw on their website and I was like, wow, that's awesome. I want that. It was cheap and cheerful. Can't wait to show you that. Some more side styling for... do you know what? I'll show you when I get to the end, because there is a big key ticket item which isn't really going to help me out with Norway, but it might help me out through the winter months. I'll leave it at that. Believe me when I say, this is just probably going to be the first of many shopping trips I'm going to need to do before I go to Norway, but I can't wait. Proper once in a lifetime experience. It's going to be awesome, but I'm going to need some experience driving on the continent in my own vehicle, learning the toll systems and all that sort of stuff. So before we even go to Norway, we're going to have a continental trip somewhere, somehow. For how long? I don't know. Where? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. Anyone got any suggestions? Look, there he is, using my electric scooter. Don't fall off, I'll get it on camera. Look at the van. First impressions. Look how big it is. You've got all down one side, all down that side. It's huge. And they've got a lineup of vans here. Let's have a quick look around.
Look how big it is. Oh, hello, that's what she said. We've got Scott anyway. Scott,
What is your role here?
Marketing, probably. So I look after all the social content, informational stuff.
You're the expert drone pilot.
I won't go that far. Expert is a stretch, but
You land it on top of that van better than I could.
well, that's because it's my van, and
Yeah, we need to have a
If I-
drone
if I-
competition now.
oh,
You're going to show us
yeah.
around some of these?
yeah, definitely.
Where should we start? Because we've got quite a few decent ones there and all different varieties.
Well, that one down there is not ours, so
Well, the Berlingo.
yeah, the Berlingo.
Should we start up this side then,
Let's-
work our way down?
Let's start up that end then, yeah.
The ID Buzz. A few of me followers would have seen this down at the Dubbed Out Festival. What is your honest thoughts on the ID Buzz?
I love it. To be fair, I think it's. I think there's a lot of cues there from the old split screens. Like front end's
Like
really,
what?
really nice. I just think the front end's really nice. Obviously, you've got that like domed front end there.
The bubble nose.
The bubble nose. That's
The
the
bubble
one.
nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the old original split screens don't have cameras and sensors in the windscreen.
They certainly do not.
How many airbags has it got compared to the old split screens?
Probably just a few more.
But I like them. I kind of like them. I do think they need a little extra touch here and there.
Yeah, well, that's what we've tried to do with the wheels and the side skirts and the lasers on the front. Tried to put our own little take on it, shall we say?
So what actually is from van style here then? You've got the front splitter, obviously.
Yeah, so we've got a front splitter on there. We've got the custom built lasers for the grille.
Oh yeah, look at them. They're quite cool.
We've got the side skirts. We've got a custom made spoiler on the back as well.
Oh, let's go and have a little nosy, shall we? There we go. That does look quite smart, to be fair. So is that just like straight on top of the original?
Yeah, so it's just bonded onto the top.
Ah.
And then yeah, we've got the big 20
something.
22s.
Oh, we've got to check him now. Go on, go on.
Yeah,
Are they 22s?
They're
They're...
this big.
No. Try that again. Come on.
This big.
There you go.
Yeah, so we've got the 22s on there. It's got springs on there as well, so it's slightly lower than normal.
Slightly lower. That front
Yeah.
splitter. How big's that off the floor? Go on, check it. Oh, he actually is. What's that? 6 inches?
It's a big one.
Oh. Should we move on to the next one?
Let's do it.
What is the next one?
So the next one is our masquerading Volkswagen T7
Volkswagen T7.
with
Let's show you
with a fancy Ford badge on there at the front.
again. We've got that, but then the T7. We've got that. For
Yeah.
those who don't actually understand the joke, there, do you want to quickly explain the joke?
Yeah, so obviously everybody's probably aware by now that Ford and VW are kind of in cahoots on this release. So the custom is obviously very similar to the new T7.
The new Ford Transit Custom is
Um,
the new VW T7. But did
yeah.
you notice how Ford released it before VW?
Well, that's good for VW because that means we get rid of all the errors before VW release it, right?
Oh, is the VW one out yet?
Not yet. Sometime next year.
Oh,
So yeah, I think they're looking at around springtime next
I've
year.
heard the same time, yeah,
Yeah.
about springtime. It's going to
So-
be interesting to see if there is any changes. I reckon there will be mechanically, but not visually.
Well, I don't know. I actually think maybe not mechanically, but visually there's changes. So,
Oh.
yeah, there's already some differences in like light clusters on the front and stuff. Obviously from the show last week when Mr. Statham released it. But yeah, it's definitely a love-hate at the moment, I think.
I'm curious then, there's a lot of companies out there that have got the Ford Transit and built things for the actual VW when it does get released. So they've already got the windows cut out to the right size, they've got them
Yeah.
in manufacturing. What happens if the VW comes out and it is slightly different? A lot of people are going to be a bit like, oh,
Well, yeah, I think right now we're looking at like very basic stuff. So obviously like roof bars and stuff like that will probably be
is that the Vermouth rail
transferable.
up there as well?
It is, yeah. That's something we sell. Yeah, so the
'Cause
roof
that-
bars and everything right now will probably be transferable. But yeah, we'll have to see.
Ooh, so that'll be part of the Van Style's new leisure range.
It certainly is, yeah.
Because that's a
Yeah.
new venture for Van Style in itself, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's something we've been trying to touch on for a while. Obviously, you know, a lot of converters and stuff are kind of going down the awning route and stuff as well. So
Yeah, some nice side steps on it.
yeah, we're trying to use these vans as a bit of a showpiece for everything that we're doing. So obviously, like, you know, the wheels, the again, the lights on the front, like everything's sort of custom to us. Side steps and everything, obviously we have made to measure and stuff as well.
So do you have a replacement VW badge for the Ford badge?
Who knows, we might have a VW T7 parked here in 6 months' time.
And it'll just be a quick swap of the badge.
Yeah, maybe we can trade this one in.
The general sort of banter that goes along.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of this one? It's quite smart. I think it looks quite smart. The joy is anybody can come down here, can't they, and get all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. We've got a shop on site, so I know obviously everybody, you know, thinks we're sort of online and eBay, but we do have a shop on site. Where
Not just that, fitting service as well.
We also have a fitting service available. Yeah, get in and see our fitter.
I mean, it took me for a big tour all the way around, and it's amazing the amount of stuff. Have you seen how big this place is? You know, all that area, all the way down there. I'll try and sneak some clips. All this area, all down here, it's absolutely insane. And people just come and go as they please. Look at that. That looks quite smart, but I don't think that registration plate's the...
Yeah, well, that looks really mucky.
It's really dirty, is it? He's about to drive past the DVSA testing station. What's this one all about then?
Yeah, so our 6.1, again, obviously, you know, times are moving pretty fast, so...
When you compare that to that, you can see the difference, can't you?
Yeah, definitely, and like I say, we use all our vans, not only obviously as a bit of a showpiece, but they're really good for us sort of product development wise.
You can put your products on, test them out, see if they fit.
Yeah,
fix any teething issues.
Get the nice social shots and everything with all the new bits on and stuff like that. And obviously we get to roll them out to the festivals and stuff as well.
Well, that's where I first saw the ID Buzz, weren't it? Dubbed Out Festival.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So this is what I'm looking at doing to my van, where you've got the black on black.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it won't go on the front of mine. I'm thinking matte black on the shiny black. Nice. On the shiny black, gloss black onto...
Gloss black onto matte black?
No, matte black onto gloss black.
Matte black onto gloss black.
Either way, it's going to be black on black.
Black on black.
Slightly black on black. What's so cool about this one then, besides what it is?
Yeah, so again, it obviously, you know, we want them to look the business. So we've got a new two-piece splitter on the front.
Two-piece?
Three-piece.
Oh.
And then obviously the Wolf Race wheels on there, sidebars.
Oh, they are smart. I do like those sidebars, the tubular ones.
Yeah.
They are quite smart. Oh, and the livery. You've got to mention the livery.
And yeah, we've got our fancy new VS sticker on the back.
Ooh, very nice.
And don't forget,
he had trouble finding it. There it is, dubbed Out Community. Oh, I like that matte black with the white lettering on the back.
Yeah, it's cool. It's I think we're trying to get it on a few of them, but
the joy with that's opened my eyes up, because have you seen my back windows on my van?
No.
Oh. So the story goes, before you go back and have a look, that was the first time that I'd attempted doing any sort of wrapping by myself. I took it down to the garage, I tried the side windows, that went wrong, so I ended up cutting them to make them look half decent.
Nice.
And then I wanted to get some work done to it because I was getting loads of stuff done. So I took it down to a friend of mine, he's wrapped it all and stuff. I told him, leave the back doors how they are, because I want to show what I can do compared to what a professional can do.
Shall we go have a look?
Go and have a look. I want your instant reaction to this, actually.
Yeah, there's a few bits in there. We could probably
a few bits.
Get out with a hairdryer.
I tried heat guns. I tried everything. I couldn't get it out. I think I've ended up burning the paint underneath.
Yeah, I pulled the lacquer off mine.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I had a livery on. I went to Spa, did a 24-hour race at Spa.
What, in the van?
In Belgium. I didn't race the van, but we went down. Yeah, it was a slow lap.
Oh.
And I had the Red Bull livery all over, and when I came to pull it off, I just pulled all the lacquer off the paint.
Oh.
It's a very particular job.
But that's the joy with these van conversions, though. You can do whatever you want, and then when you've done it, you know how to redo it when you need to redo it again.
When you've bodged it.
Yeah, that's it. Which one's your van? The one down there, isn't
one
it?
On the end,
with the private plate.
Yeah.
Should we have a look at that one next?
Yeah.
Let's show him off his little pride and joy. Oh no, we'll come back to the T5 because that's insane. That is. This is yours.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, 2018 plate.
2018.
Yeah. Yeah. My name's Scott, so
no.
Kind of works.
Your name's
Scooby-Doo.
Scott.
Yeah.
Scob.
It's Cobb.
Scob.
Scob dub. So yeah, not particularly very clean at the moment, but yeah, this is our sleeper, our camper van.
A sleeper?
Yeah, obviously. Get away with a family now and again.
Oh, I thought you meant sleeper as in you'll take it racing.
No. I would like to be able to say that it's fast, but it's not.
They never are, but they're
No.
not named to be fast, are they?
No.
What's so special about this? What have you done to this? Or have you just took it from a panel van straight up to this?
No, so I bought it converted, and then yeah.
Oh, you're not a proper
I'm
converter.
not a proper converter. No, I'm a putter honourer. That's
You're
what I am.
a putter honourer.
Yeah, that means I basically just buy stuff and put it honourer.
Oh, so you bought it as a camper van, then
Yeah.
thought, I want to make it more personal, I'll buy a
Yeah.
bonnet bra that looks carbon fibre.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or is that actually carbon fibre?
Yeah, it's carbon.
Oh, is it?
Carbon fibre, yeah. So yeah, it's and obviously it makes it lighter, doesn't it?
It's a sticker.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought
Yeah.
it was a proper bra.
No.
So
So
you-
yeah, it obviously makes it 10% lighter as well.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's 10% lighter with that, but it's 20% lighter if you went with a racing stripe.
Right. Okay.
Everybody knows that one.
That's the next thing to go on.
Just to get it a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
I've just noticed you've got the Thule awning on the side. Is it Thule or is it Thule? It's a common,
To me, I'm a northerner, so it's Thule. But
Thule.
I think.
but it's not got an F, it's TH. Let me show you.
To the brand, it's Thule.
Is it Thule or is it Thule? You decide. How do you find that? Because I'm getting one.
Yeah, I love it. So I think for me, like, it's good to get away. Obviously, sometimes mega easy to pack everything up in the van, right, and take the massive awning. But then, you know, for the quick stops, it's good just to wind out.
But you've got that on the Vermouth rail as well, haven't you?
I have, yes.
Yeah.
The rail was already on when I had the Thule awning fitted, but obviously it helps because it's not interacting with a pop top.
Oh,
So it's-
yeah, I've got you.
It's slightly away, and then the Thule awning's riveted to the top of the van, but the fittings actually sit in the rail.
What do you rate about the two? Do you rate the Thule awnings? Because they're the ones. I went down to Dubbed Out Festival, and it was really windy, and everyone with a Fiamma, they had to put them all away because they were flapping
Yeah.
around. But anyone who had a Thule awning that
Yeah.
had a bit of guts left it out, and it was
Yeah, anybody that
perfect.
had a bit of guts and had no awning left the day after. Yeah, they're good. We've had ours out in like fairly windy weather. We've got
Yeah.
some storm straps for it as well. The cynic in me would say don't leave it out in windy weather. But yeah, we've had it out in breezes and it's been fine with the storm straps on and everything.
yeah, I've seen them,
yeah,
like I said, at the festival, Fiamma versus these, and these were
Yeah.
just a lot more durable. They just seemed like that anyway.
Yeah, they're good, and I'm not too sure on the Fiamma, but the reason why I got this one was obviously you've still got the C rail on the end there, so if I wanted to put an awning in there, you know, drive away awning to a bigger awning,
Yeah, it can be done with that.
it can be done with that.
Oh, that's good, because I didn't even know they had that on there. So again, they're part of the leisure range that they've just launched, which is quite cool. Should we have a look at Over the Beast?
Let's do it, the workhorse.
The workhorse. We'll start down the bottom, shall we? Because that is absolutely gorgeous, in my eyes anyway. It's not everybody's cup of tea, I can guarantee that, but I love that.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's definitely a powerhouse in the fleet.
Powerhouse.
Yeah, if we need to take anything anywhere, this is what gets loaded up.
Oh, so this is the workhorse.
Yeah, this
Now
is.
I can see why you're doing
yeah.
it. Is that a completely different bumper or just grille?
It's just a different grille.
So you've got the mesh grille just there
Yeah,
with the
so-
laser lamps.
So again, these are like custom built.
Ah, and can you get that here?
Yep.
Ah, and that's just on the website. I'll leave the website link down below.
Yeah.
Even behind the badge, look at the grille behind the badge. That's quite smart. I like that. I don't think that'd suit on mine though, would it?
I don't know.
Look at the snorkel on it too.
With all the mud you've got on the front of yours, I don't think you'd want any honeycomb.
Hey, but I've got something coming to stop that mud happening over there. I've got some bits I'm picking up here, and I've got something else I've got. I don't want to mention because it's going to be in the next video.
Right.
But something that might stop that. But I think I'm going to miss the mud splattered up the sides. What else is on this? Oh, it's still recording.
Obviously, again, this is slightly different. So the awning is actually fixed onto the roof on this one,
Ah.
so you can see the different ways of fixing it.
I think that's the way I'm going with mine. I've got the actual brackets
dedicated for that, my van, so that they will just fit straight onto like the roof racks. They're nice Tomahawk wheels. I was debating between like a proper sea rail just like that one, because you can do anything with them, can't you? You can add like awnings onto them, drive away awnings, you can do anything, but nothing compares to an actual proper awning on the side where you can just pull up, it's drizzling a little bit, get it out, and you've got a dry space underneath for everybody else to sit at. I just wanted to show you just how big this place actually is, and I couldn't think of a better way to do it other than either stand all the way down there or get Scott to go for a little run all the way down. And he's still going, and I'm running out of things to say while he's still running down there. Look at him, he's loving that scooter. That's absolutely insane. You're loving that far too much.
Yeah, I know, mate. So there you go, you need one of these to get around the site, it's that big.
Now I get to have the pleasure of going proper shopping. Then we'll come back and we'll have a good old look around this caddy. There's a cool little Ford Tornado going in to have some sidebars fitted into the fitting area. Be nice to see that when it's done.
But then look at this caddy with all the accessories, the wheels, the pinstripe, the vermouth rail on the side, the front splitter, the eyebrows, the grille inserts. You're really starting to get a gist on why this is known to be the largest UK styling van company in the UK. Let's just say it was time to go shopping, and I may have gone over the top ever so slightly. Only slightly. You think about it, I only really came here to pick up an awning, and that's what I'm going to be installing in this video. However, the more I looked around and the more I saw the price of things, the shopping list grew, and I don't regret absolutely any of it. I can't wait to show you exactly what I've got. With the van now full, it was only time left to do one more thing. Let's check out that Ford Transit Connect with his new sidebars. How cool is that? So it's time to head back up to the northwest to tomorrow attempt to get all this fitted. Look at that, it's in the van. It's coming right the way down to the front of the van, and it's touching the back doors. That's two of the items that I've got. I can't wait to show you.
So this morning you find me up on top of the camper van removing the solar panels. We've got one off already. We already found a problem with that one. I was there gloating that things always come off easier than when you actually put them on, and then I found this big problem. This is the cross member that the solar panel were actually attached to. If you have a look down here, you can see this bracket just here. Well, that's attached to the actual cross member. You've got another bracket down there. There's another bracket down there, but that bracket's missing. The bolt on that bracket is still absolutely perfect, but that bolt just there should be attached to the actual metalwork underneath. If you have a look over this side, you can see that bolt just there. Yeah, look at the solar panel here. It's just gouged a big hole in it. So was this front corner of this solar panel actually flapping around? That'll probably explain why everyone was beeping me while I'm going super duper fast, because you know I'm super duper fast. That's currently what the inside of the van actually looks like. You got that there, you've got that box, this box, there's more boxes over there, there's something down there too. But today's job is a Thule or Thule, a big awning on the side of the camper van. For that I need the actual roof rack rails on the top of the van to be accessible. So with this side all removed and solid, I've got a lot of that butane tape that I used and to stick it all down. Yeah, that's been a pain. Even getting the actual uni strut off was being a pain. So we've got a heat gun, we've got a spatula thing, spreader, I don't know what it's called, that thing, and we're just slowly scraping it all off. We have a feeling some of the holes that we've already got in the uni strut are not going to be utilised on this awning, so we may have to fill those in somehow. I might just silicone a bolt straight into it and just keep it there.
Knowing how heavy this awning's going to be, we went down to the dubbed out community headquarters to get some help from some friends. We decided to really deeply clean the rest of the residue from inside the rail, drill out and peel back the holes that we needed to put a rivet inside it, and then we measured up all the rivets, whichever one we needed, and got the rivets in place with some Sikaflex. Following the instructions, we Sikaflexed up the bracket and the entry on the rivets, secured the brackets down, and then added the hardware to those brackets, ready for the secondary part of the bracket, the part that goes on the top. Again, following the instructions, tightening everything down and fitting it in the exact right place perfectly. It wasn't long until you could start to see how the brackets took into consideration the curvature of the roof of the van. Some were slightly different heights than others, but when you stood back, everything was in a nice line together. You can see that on this back bracket, how the front of it is a lot lower than the back of it, and that's because the back of the van on the roof slopes down. Once that was done, we're leaving the Sikaflex to cure for a little bit while I try and study the destructions once again. This part confused me, and believe it or not, it's probably the simplest part. It come with some rubber foam self-adhesive pads that went across the front. This is to act as a rain guttering. It wasn't long before I figured it out and it all got put up there perfectly. Now it's time for the awning. Before that went up, we wanted to try and see what it looked like to have a graphite dock sticker right in the middle on the front of the bonnet. So Neil got stuck into doing that first. Then it was time for the heavy bit, the bit that I was dreading. This is going to determine whether or not we actually put the brackets on the roof perfectly, and I'm so grateful to Neil from Dubbed Out Community for giving me a hand with this part, because this awning is not light. I want to stress that straight away. It's a struggle to do it on your own. You will not be able to do it. So anyway, we got the ladders all lined up, we lifted it up and we carried it up the ladders and placed it into the locking brackets that were up on the roof already. Once it was in place perfectly fine, we stuck the securing bolts on the side to really lock it into place. Then we can truly stand back and admire just how nice it looks up there. Now it's time to test it. To do that, we've got the little wind out pole that just clips into an attachment on the side, and then you slowly start to wind it out. Now, because of the weight of this, we read the instructions afterwards. You can only wind it out about 1 meter, and then you have to get underneath and hold it up, or drop the legs out to support it while you keep winding various different areas out.
Thought best to come for a little drive out, good 45-minute drive, just to check the side steps and make sure everything's all perfect. But while we're here, got that out just to sort of take some pictures and stuff. Obviously we're not staying off grid or anything, that'll go away in a second, but yeah, it's quite cool. It's coming together slowly. Danielle was hiding from the camera, so I thought I'd get this angle to get her. There's loads more to do with this van, so let's crack on with it. That's going to be in the next episode, where you're going to see me fit this, that, them, and truly turn this van into the swamper that I want it to be at. Massive thanks to Dubbed Out Community for helping me fit that awning. Huge thanks to Van Style for allowing me to tour their facility and to get to know a lot of new different things. And finally, a massive thanks to you guys for watching, liking and subscribing if you are new around here. I'll leave all their links down in the description down below.